First and foremost, I want to present our company, AkerBP. We are based on the Norwegian continental shelf. We have 5 operated assets. And if you think about the big picture, we started up in 2016. We were born into the time of low and volatile oil prices. So we used a lot of time to think about who will be the winning teams in this environment. We made 3 elements key for success. We want to execute safe and reliable production. We want to improve by finding new ways of operating. And then we want to grow by adding profitable barrels. We used a lot of time on how and to try to find out how we could make the best possible decisions around that. We needed good data to understand this. And the history goes that our top management traveled around the world to find the best partner and who to help us with this digital transformation. But we quickly learned that a lot of the initiatives stopped with data. There were silos, there were proprietary systems, meaning that we could only see part of the picture. So what we did, we changed the whole way of thinking. We want to liberate our data. We want to make it available for all our relevant partners and use it in the best possible way. So by partnering up with Cognite and utilizing their powerful Cognite Data fusion, we are now able to liberate most of our data. We insert the data into one common platform. We contextualize the data on top. And then we have live data with as low latency as possible. This has given us a number of opportunities. First and foremost, it segregates source system from application, meaning that we can look into several source systems in one application, meaning that we are now able to see the full picture. It gives us speed to try and test new solutions. We don't need people offshore putting cables, making new and complete systems. We can try and test solutions purely based on data. It gives us the possibility to change business model. So one of my projects in smart maintenance is that we share data with partners. We have shared one with Framo, a Norwegian pump manufacturer, that now are able to pay for availability. So we now pay them for availability on their pumps instead of traditional maintenance, meaning that we get higher reliability on our equipment. We get reduced amount of people offshore, and they are able to learn on the design of their pumps. As an oil and gas operator, we produce 3 things. Of course, oil and gas, we produce a lot of data, and we produce a lot of talent. And I'm very sure that the talents of tomorrow will not want to work in an oil and gas operator like we are set up today. We also learned early on a digital transformation that a traditional waterfall approach would not work on this. So we set up Eureka, the digital lab. Here we are about 150 people working completely with digitalization. We are 100% dedicated crew members, and we purely believe in the cross-functional crews with the mandate to take decisions. The magic happens when you put the data scientist, a developer, and a domain expert together. That's where you capture cross-functional learning. And we want to be quick from idea to result. So we try to deliver in 2-week sprints and demonstrate our value. And if we fail, then we fail fast and learn quick. The frequent meetings with end users make us a very agile approach on how to get into our solution. So by using data, the most important thing is that you have the right data set, not the technique you are using. So now I'm going to show you one of the business challenges that we have tried to solve in smart maintenance. Here you have Paal, which is an unmanned platform. To produce oil and gas from Paal, you have a multi-phase pump producing the media into Ula where it's separated. As I said, having partnerships with Cognite, and it gives us the possibility to work with startups like SparkCognition, which is untraditional for an oil and gas company. On this solution, we have the multi-phase pump there is one of very few in its production line. We've had reliability issues all the way from startup. So instead of making a big mechanical modification, we wanted to take a data-driven approach around this one. So the use case description became that we set up a cross-functional squad with domain expertise. We had data scientists and developers. We used the last 4 years of historical data to map the failures we had. We had seal failures, we had VSD failures, we had seawater lift failure, and then we took a stepwise approach towards our overall main goal, which was to make algorithms that were able to predict the performance of the behavior and the risk towards a failure. By setting up this cross-functional environment, we were able to do two things. One, we could develop the algorithms, but the learnings we took on the reliability issues also gave us the possibility to help improve the mechanical design. The solution became that within 16 weeks, we were able to make an analytics model for operations. By use of historical data, we are able to detect around 80% of the failures 2 to 16 days in advance. All this is done on current infrastructure using the Cognite Data Fusion. The pump started up after the mechanical modification in September, and for the first 2 months, we've had some key learnings. First and foremost, we have improved safety by using of the prediction model for a seawater lift. We have improved both safety and efficiency by having control over all our time series, aggregated into one overall risk score, giving us the possibility to drill down and see correlation between data and take actions on failure modes that are starting to occur, lowering the amount of helicopter trips and reducing the amount of manual labor. By improving production, we also get a new type of data sets. This data gives us, of course, reliable production, but it also improves the data, the analytics model, keeping the model as high quality as possible and production as high as possible. We also found some correlations that never were found before. That shows us that by sharing and using data, we are able to improve our business challenges. Keeping a pump up and running for 2.5 months is good, but that's not the end state. We need to use data even more. So by going forward, we need to find the best and scalable and sustainable solution. We need to get them into operations. We need to get them into first use. We need to trust our data. We cannot live just by pure proof of concepts. So to summarize up, I believe that there's 3 key elements for success with the digital approach in terms of reliability and maintenance. We need dedicated, cross-functional, co-located, and autonomous teams. We need to have the data available in data liberation, and we need a business challenge that can be solved with the right amount of data and solutions. Thank you.